It's a drug you may have never heard about, but is now at the center of two headline-making stories. It is called pink cocaine, and it was allegedly used to get embattled music mogul Sean Diddy Combs' wild parties going.
So 2C is the, but they take the ketamine and cook it up, and they fold it into the cup.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a doer and get out of jail is that you promise that you're gonna go pull my coke car. So y'all need to shut the up about me. Now let me say it calm. You need to shut the up about Michael. Right. I'm Michael now.
This year has been one wild ride of revelations, especially around Diddy's inner circle. We've seen bombshell after bombshell drop, but it looks like Kanye West might be about to set off the biggest one yet. Rumor has it, Ye's got some jaw-dropping footage involving big-name celebrities, allegedly from Diddy's infamous parties, and he's not holding back. If you thought the drama couldn't get any wilder, think again. Get comfortable, because we're about to unpack Kanye's latest revelation and the celebrities he supposedly got caught on camera. Let's just say, if this evidence is legit, it could spell serious trouble for some big-name celebrities. Reputations and careers might be hanging by a thread. Fans have been buzzing with theories about who might have been involved with Diddy at these infamous parties. And as for Kanye, we all know he doesn't hold back. He's been calling out Diddy, and even his old friend Jay-Z for years, pulling back the curtain on Hollywood's hidden side. So, what exactly did Kanye reveal about these celebs? Let's dive right in. Ever since Diddy's arrest, social media has been going wild with rumors and theories about him and his circle. One major shock that's come up recently? Alleged footage surfacing of some top-tier celebrities caught in some.
Right? Yeah. I ain't never been back to the hospital since 2015, but every time they say I'm crazy, it's just when I'm saying the truth. So what's the crazy part, really? What's the crazy part, really?
Let's just say very surprising situations. So, here's the scoop. Reports say these wild clips first leaked on the dark web, circulating online and showing the faces of big names connected to Diddy. And get this, Kanye's apparently been dropping hints about this for way longer than most of us realized. Now, Diddy's in some hot water with a legal battle that's only getting messier. Allegations are swirling about some intense parties, explicit tapes, and even a lawyer doubling down that Diddy is not interested in taking any plea deal. But the drama doesn't end there. In a new twist, Diddy's got a fresh lawyer who's saying there's another major celebrity tangled up in this whole mess, supposedly at an event in his Atlanta home. Ariel Mitchell, who's representing one of the accusers, mentioned in an interview that she was even approached by someone trying to sell a tape from that night, reportedly featuring a celebrity even bigger than Diddy himself. Hollywood is buzzing with speculation, and if these tapes actually hit the light of day, it could be a game changer with the power to shake up and possibly end some huge careers. According to a rep for one of the accusers, tapes are already being quietly shopped around, with big names rumored to be watching closely. There already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood being shopped around, but one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became public knowledge. The big question remains, was this A-lister caught in a bad situation unknowingly? Or were they just there to party? I can tell the video was pee in nature. This was in his Atlanta home, and it does seem the person isn't looking into the video. To me, it doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped, Ariel Mitchell Kid said Friday on News Nation's Banfield. On a recent episode of Banfield, the attorney described the troubling details, revealing her client's allegations that in 2018, Diddy and others allegedly subjected them to disturbing actions. After reportedly feeling dizzy from a drink, her client managed to leave, but not before enduring inappropriate advances. It led to her being served a drink. She started to feel woozy. Combs essayed her with an inanimate object, Mitchell Kid said, and then directed another gentleman to essay her while he watched and pleasured himself. Even darker claims are now surfacing that Diddy's infamous freak-off parties were often fueled by drugs and pressured behaviors, with whispers of explicit videos leaking onto the dark web. As he awaits trial, it seems Diddy's not the only one who might get caught in this growing scandal. Some of his inner circle could be facing heat too. For over 30 years, Diddy's been at the top of the entertainment game, hosting legendary parties that have drawn in countless celebrities and sometimes lasted for days. But now, with an investigation into his alleged misconduct heating up, those same epic gatherings could be coming back to haunt him. Just recently, TMZ reported that federal investigators may have gotten their hands on a freak-off tape supposedly handed over by a male escort claiming to have first-hand encounters with Diddy. As this scandal builds, online detectives are digging into old interviews with stars like Tupac Shakur and Rosie O'Donnell, hoping to uncover hidden clues. And rumor has it that huge names like Ashton Kutcher, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lopez, Justin Bieber, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Naomi Campbell, the Kardashians, Usher, and more might have been part of these exclusive events. With so many high-profile figures tied to this story, it's safe to say things are only just getting started. Diddy's lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, recently shared that Diddy is ready to take the stand to tell his side of the story, and he's not even considering a plea deal. Despite having his bail denied twice, Diddy pled not guilty at his recent court appearance. In the documentary, The Downfall of Diddy, The Indictment, Agnifilo highlighted that Diddy has no reason to take a plea deal, emphasizing his commitment to proving his innocence. He's also called out what he sees as unfair treatment by authorities. Now, Kanye has thrown another curveball into the mix, warning about hidden agendas in Hollywood, and even suggesting that threats have been made against him.
Like, let's read this Harley text out loud when he was threatening me, forcing me to apologize.
So, there's been a lot of talk lately about Jay-Z and his connections with R. Kelly and Diddy, and whether he might have known about or even been involved in some of the shady things they were allegedly up to. This speculation has really started heating up now, especially with Diddy's legal team throwing out some intense accusations.
The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you.
A lawyer hinted that some of the names being mentioned in connection with this whole scandal are the kind that would definitely make people look twice, and it's sparking speculation that Jay-Z might be involved. Jay and Diddy go way back to the 90s, when they were both climbing to fame in the music industry. They even collaborated on a track back in 1997. Plus, both of them were linked to Aaliyah and R. Kelly, who, as you might remember, secretly married Aaliyah when she was only 15. Dame Dash, who co-founded Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z and dated Aaliyah later on, has openly criticized Jay for teaming up with R. Kelly. According to Dame, he thought it was just wrong for Jay-Z to work with someone who hurt someone they both cared about. He even claimed that Jay had also tried to pursue Aaliyah.
And I realized it was Aaliyah, and then I just threw my A game. And then, I guess Jay was trying to get at her as well, and I didn't know. And then it got brought up, and I was like, fuck both of y'all. But it never worked out for them, and we were both trying to get at her. I kind of eased up, but then we ran into each other.
All right, so here's the latest buzz going around about Jay-Z and his connections with Aaliyah, Diddy's parties, and the ever-present Illuminati theories. Rumor has it that back in the day, Jay-Z had a thing for Aaliyah, allegedly showering her with gifts to win her over when she was just 15. Tragically, Aaliyah's life was cut short in a plane crash, and her story has only fueled more theories about her ties with high-profile figures. Now, fast forward to today, and some folks believe that Jay-Z and Beyonce are at the heart of the Illuminati. The evidence? A lot of it started with the famous triangle hand gesture that Jay-Z used, a move some think symbolizes the Illuminati's all-seeing eye. But really, it's just a nod to his label, Rockefeller, which he calls throwing up the rock. And that's not all. Beyonce's Super Bowl performance back in 2013 really added fuel to the fire as she flashed the same symbol, sparking tons of online theories. Plus, their music videos haven't helped their case for conspiracy-free fame. Jay-Z's Onto the Next One featured crucifixes and skulls that got people talking, while Beyonce's Single Ladies allegedly has hidden messages if you play it backward. And then there's Kanye West, who's even thrown some shade at Jay-Z in the past, stirring up the conspiracy pot even more. The comments section on these theories is a whole world of wild ideas and intense debate, proving that when it comes to celebrity drama, the internet is never short on creativity.
I've been sent here to give y'all my truth, even at the risk of my own life, even at the risk of my own success, my own career. I've been sent here to give y'all the truth.
In the video, Kanye basically tells him, "Don't take me out, just give me a call instead." That moment only added fuel to the fire, sparking even more rumors that there's something much bigger happening behind the scenes.
Jay-Z called me, bro. You still ain't called me. Jay-Z called me. Hey, bro, Jay-Z, I know you got killers. Please don't send them at my head. Just call me. Talk to me like a man.
This clip is from Kanye's infamous St. Pablo tour, where he made a ton of wild and controversial statements. His remarks ended up causing him to cancel a bunch of shows and eventually check into a mental health facility. Since then, Kanye's hinted that a group of elites, possibly tied to Jay-Z, have been keeping him medicated under the guise of bipolar disorder, all to shut him up.
At Christmas time, they're teaching Kwanzaa to black kids. They say, hey, this is your Christmas.
To be honest, some of the text messages from Kanye's trainer definitely make you stop and think, adding some real credibility to this theory. And it's not like this is the first time Kanye's spoken out about his issues with Jay-Z. Just recently, he's been opening up about how these so-called elites are pulling the strings in his life.
You know what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me.
Not
You see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
Exactly.
It's up.
All right, let's slow down for a second, because Kanye's comments have really set the internet on fire, bringing up some old conspiracy theories. Remember the whole Jay-Z Illuminati thing from 2016? The rumors got so intense that both Jay-Z and Beyonce had to address it head-on. In his song Freemason, Jay-Z made it clear saying, "I said that I was a Mason, not that I'm a Mason," and even joked, "Am I down with the devil 'cause my roof come up missing?" Essentially, he was pushing back against the idea that his success was tied to secret societies or that he had sold his soul. Beyonce wasn't having it either, calling out the haters in one of her tracks saying, "Y'all haters corny with that Illuminati mess." But even with their denials, the theories about them being part of some secret, shady elite group just kept growing. These days, some people think they're involved in even darker stuff, more than just the strange symbols in their music videos. Oh, and speaking of Kanye, remember that time when he claimed Jay-Z allegedly medicated him under the guise of a bipolar disorder diagnosis to keep him quiet? Well, Kanye isn't the only one who's raised concerns. Other celebs who've spoken out against Jay-Z have also faced their own mental health struggles, and for many fans, it's not just coincidence. It definitely raises some serious questions. And let's not forget the time back in 2011 when Wendy Williams stirred up rumors on her talk show, suggesting Beyonce might have been rocking a fake baby bump.
Hold on. As ridiculous as it sounds, you know I did my research and we've got the video to prove. Hold on. So people started questioning, was this baby bump real or fake? Now, being a woman who, you know, I had my baby bump, many of you have had baby bumps, I never remember my baby bump squat. Just take a look at the video.
She shared a clip from an Australian interview where something strange happened with Beyonce's baby bump. During the segment, it looked like her bump kind of folded oddly under her dress. Of course, that moment sparked a lot of talk and got people guessing about what was really going on.
Or Stewie from Family Guy. Look at the shape. Look, do you see? There it is, there it is. What that is, B? Okay, now let's bring it back and freeze it. Yeah, oh yeah, we're analyzing. There it is. What is that? Is that a baby bump?
Wendy Williams made a comment saying, "Wait, is that a baby bump?" She went on to say that when she was pregnant, she couldn't sit the way Beyonce does, mentioning how it would have been uncomfortable for her back and could have been risky for her baby.
Started. Beyonce recently, like last Sunday, appeared on an Australian show. And when she sat down, the baby bump squashed, bent, and crumpled.
Wendy also cracked a funny joke about how Beyonce's belly seemed to get squished when she sat down, saying it looked more like there was a pillow in there instead of a baby bump. And honestly, the viewers couldn't help but agree. So, fast forward to today, and a user on X, formerly Twitter, named @BGatesIsaPsycho recently connected some dots. They pointed out a possible link between Wendy Williams' dementia diagnosis and the comments she made about Beyoncé's baby bump years ago. In the video, they captioned it, "What happens after messing with Beyoncé and Jay-Z?" For some context, Wendy was diagnosed with frontal temporal dementia and aphasia in 2023, 12 years after she made those controversial remarks about Beyoncé's pregnancy back in 2011. Now, aphasia is a condition that makes it hard for someone to speak, write, or even understand language. It can happen after a stroke or a serious head injury, and in some cases, it can even lead to dementia.
Partner, I want to quote it. In 2023, after undergoing a battery of medical tests, Wendy was officially diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia.
Now, let's talk about dementia. Specifically, the Alzheimer's Association explains that frontotemporal dementia is a type that affects the brain's frontal and temporal lobes. This can lead to nerve damage that seriously messes with a person's motor skills and movement. Now, it's starting to seem like there might be more to the story when it comes to people who speak out against Jay-Z and Beyoncé, because it feels like every time someone does, they end up facing some pretty major health issues. One incident that's got everyone talking is Jamie Foxx's sudden hospitalization. It definitely raised some suspicions. And now Kanye West is adding fuel to the fire. He recently revealed a bombshell, claiming that his personal trainer, Harley Pastak, had been feeding him substances for a while. Kanye even went as far as saying that Jamie's medical emergency was just a staged drama, and that Jamie had been mismedicated by someone trying to do the same thing to him. Kanye accused Harley of trying to control him, turning him into a puppet, and even said that this so-called medication was part of a bigger scheme to mind control other celebs, without them even realizing it.
When he was threatening me, forcing me to apologize, about the frustration, and no one ever said, okay, this is what you're doing.
So, let's rewind a bit to 2016 when Kanye made headlines for being hospitalized against his will. He was supposedly dealing with sleep deprivation and exhaustion, which landed him at UCLA Medical Center for a psychiatric evaluation. But here's the thing. At the time, he was actually at his friend Harley's house when the cops showed up after a welfare check, and he was acting pretty out of character. Fast forward to November 2022. And Kanye went on a tweet storm accusing his former personal trainer of mistreating him and giving him medication, which he claims led to his hospitalization. Several celebrities like Dave Chappelle, Mariah Carey, and Jamie Foxx have since shared their own troubling stories about Kanye's struggles. Now, Kanye's been pretty vocal about the entertainment industry, saying that he believes celebrities are intentionally driven crazy by the elites who mess with their meds to gain control over them. He's also opened up about his own experiences, like how doctors tried to put him on lithium and how he felt they were too embarrassed to tell him how much was in it. Kanye said he refused it, and if he hadn't, he might not be here today. It's definitely some wild and unsettling stuff to think about.
When I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Kanye isn't the only one recently opening up about the dark side of medication and addiction, especially with all the speculation around Jamie Foxx after his recent medical emergency. When news broke about Jamie's hospitalization, rumors flew. Some people claimed he had a serious stroke, while others doubted the story altogether. One YouTuber even suggested Jamie wasn't in the hospital for a health issue at all, but was actually doped. Jamie himself has spoken openly about his struggles with addiction and the toll it's taken on his life. He's shared how his battles left him scarred, haunted by feelings of paranoia and fear, even saying he became terrified of the dark and would see things on TV that made him anxious. Jamie once admitted he might not have made it without a close friend by his side who stayed with him in the hospital and helped him through those terrifying nights, reassuring him that he was safe. Even after that tough period, Jamie dealt with lingering side effects for years, fearing he'd done permanent damage. Now, with Hollywood under the spotlight after Diddy's recent legal troubles, it's getting harder for the industry to silence voices or fans who are asking questions. Could this be the start of even more celebrity revelations? Let us know what you think in the comments, and thanks for tuning in.